Channel 10 News, live at 5.
While most of Philadelphia slept, the bullets started flying this morning, and the worst fears were realized at the MOVE headquarters in West Philadelphia.
MOVE members first came to the public attention in the early 70s with their back-to-nature philosophy and demands that zoo animals be set free.
As the streets of Philadelphia become a battleground, in first a war of bullets, and now a war of nerves. There's a stakeout officer in the picture that we see right now trying to get inside of a door. There are three of them there. You can see them right now. They are on 62nd Street in a home there.
At first, police believed their biggest resistance would come from the armed bunkers on top of the building. Thousands of gallons of water poured in for nearly 5 hours.
At one point, during the siege of MOVE headquarters, the entire block of Osage Avenue was enveloped in a tremendous tear gas cloud.
And something happened about 10 minutes ago. We'll find out, and there is one of the helicopters that says State Police. And there you see the explosion after the State Police helicopter dropped what looked like a bomb right in the middle of the MOVE compound. There you see the roof of the house. We've been watching that scene all day.
Well, Larry, the flames are probably leaping 10 stories high.
They are not, obviously, from what you say, from what we can see, they're not fighting this fire as completely as they could.
And the concern of the city of not having either policemen or firemen injured.
Later, the fire engulfed the entire house and then spread to a second home, a third home, a fourth home, then the whole block was gone.
I want the mayor of Philadelphia to stand here in my face and justify his position.
Whenever you are engaged in a difficult attack of this kind, there's always the worst case scenario. And what we see here is the worst case that could in fact happen.
I'm saying I know that more than Birdie and I was outside of that house, and there is no reason in the world for me to believe that anybody would voluntarily just, go back into a house and stay there.
What did Phil and Tree do?
They was running. She told them to run.
Which way did they run?
Down the alley.
At a press conference 3 days later, reporters asked about gunshots behind the house.
They did return fire.
The police commissioner gave them two versions of what happened. First, he claimed his officers fired shots in self-defense at a MOVE man with a rifle.
Fire was returned. As for the fact as to whether or not we killed anybody, that information is not at this present available to me.
Later in the same press conference, the commissioner reversed his story.
Let me clear one thing up to the question about the firing in the alley. About the return or the alleged return of fire by the stakeout officers against the people in the alley. There was no fire returned by the police officers for fear of hitting the child.
If anyone knows for certain what happened in the back alley, they have not yet come forward. The accounts of Birdie and Ramona that they saw others running from the house are unexplained. All 11 bodies were reportedly found within the house walls.
This is the body of John Africa.
But there is other evidence. A pathologist found bullet fragments in 3 MOVE bodies. Because the fire partially consumed some of the bodies recovered, evidence of other gunshot wounds was possibly destroyed.